Hi guys, it's Laura, and this week I am sharing a video that has been requested by a lot of you. Folding clothes the KonMari way, because you are all so wonderfully weird. So if you know someone who's doing the KonMari method, or if you think this may be helpful for someone, please do share it, because honestly, I never thought I would be uploading a video on folding clothes. So if this were to become one of my more popular videos, I would be highly amused. Anyway, let's go. Okay, for your viewing pleasure, I will be folding the following: t-shirts, long and short sleeved, strappy tops, shirts and blouses, jumpers, hoodies, trousers, dresses, skirts, underwear, regular thong, and men's boxers. Honestly, you should have seen the look my husband gave me when I asked if I could borrow his boxers for a video. Bras, socks, both ankle and regular, tights, swimwear, both bikini and a full costume, and sports bras and workout gear. And because you all know that I like to put my own spin on things, there have been some things that I have tweaked to suit myself. So if there are things that I do differently to the KonMari way, I will share those with you too. The main thing to remember is that everything should be folded into a rectangle. So generally you start by folding in the sides and then you fold up the length. Anything with legs, like trousers or tights, get folded in half, one leg on top of the other, and then get folded or rolled up from there. So let's get into the demo, shall we? Okay, short sleeve t-shirts. So the KonMari way is to have them face up. You fold one side in about a third, fold the sleeve back a little bit. This side in a third. You don't come all the way to the edge, you do leave a little bit of space. Fold this one back in. Then you're supposed to take the weakest side, which is the neck, and fold that in. Again, you leave a little bit of space here, so about an inch or so. And then depending on how high your drawers are, you can either fold them in half or else you can do it in thirds again. And that is your short sleeve t-shirt. For me though, I do it a slightly different way, because if I were to put this into my drawers, this is just a black t-shirt, so I don't actually know what t-shirt it is because I have a lot of black t-shirts, so I can't actually see the design on it. So for me, I do them face down, but more or less the same way, fold into thirds, thirds again, and then I take the bottom and leave a little bit of space at the neck. And for me, I just fold them in half. My drawers are pretty deep. And that's it, I stand them up that way. Long sleeve t-shirts then, pretty much the exact same idea except for the sleeves. So you fold in about a third. She says to flatten them with one hand, so nice smooth flatten there. But the sleeves on this one, I think usually people just fold them down. That is generally what I do. Sometimes though the sleeve extends a little bit past. So if you want to make sure that it's tucked in, what you do is you fold it back this way. So this all forms a line, and then you fold it back in like this. So that makes the sleeve a little bit shorter. Again, this one, the sleeves on this are fine, so I just fold them like this. Then again, a third in here, again, just leaving a little bit of a space here. Fold back here. This one, because it's just a stripe, there's no pattern on it or anything, I don't need to fold it the way that I folded the short sleeve, which was face down. So face up is fine, neck down, and then fold in half again. And a nice little package. Tank tops. I'm going to show you the KonMari way, and then I'm just going to show you quickly the way that I do them. There's only a tiny little difference, and honestly, I don't think it makes that much difference in the grand scheme of things. The KonMari way is very similar to t-shirts. So face up, fold in a third, again leaving a space. Fold the straps, which would be the weakest part, down, leaving a little bit of a gap. And then you fold them into thirds. And that is your package there. The way I do it, very, very similar, but I don't know why. This is the habit that I am now in. Again, if you've got a pattern or something on the front that you want to see, flip it over, put it face down. But for me, I fold in the straps first, just to get them out of the way. I find them very fiddly. Then the rest is the same. Fold, fold, fold. And there you have it. So shirts and blouses, admittedly I actually just hang all of these. I don't fold them at all. I used to, but I gave up on it. But somebody has requested that I show them how to fold it, so I will do it really quickly for you. And these are slightly different in that you do these face down because you don't want the collar on the inside, otherwise it will just get all smushed up. So face down. After that, it's pretty much the exact same process as for a long sleeve t-shirt. Fold them in, fold the sleeve down. Again, if it's a really long sleeve, you just fold it back and then fold it in. Again, this side, fold a third, leave a little bit of a space, sleeve down. The difference then with shirts, again, apart from being face down, is that the collar, like I said, needs to be on the outside. Normally you would fold the weakest part into the inside, so you would fold the neck down. Because you want this neck on the outside, for shirts you actually fold from the bottom. So bottom up, and you fold right up just underneath the collar. And then again, depending on the depth of your drawers, you can either fold in half or into thirds. Again, like I said, for me, I just hang them. It's just much easier. But there you go. That's how you would fold a shirt. Jumpers. It's my lovely Bugs Bunny jumper. I love this. Sparks so much joy for me. Again, it's pretty much the exact same as you would fold a long sleeve t-shirt. Again, this is the KonMari way, face up, but as you know, I like to see Bugs' lovely face. In my drawers, I do a face down. So I'll just show you the KonMari way. So in thirds, sleeve. Now see the way this sleeve extends a little bit past? So for this one, I would fold it back and then fold the sleeve in like that. And that just keeps your sleeve inside. Again, fold this one in. Again, leave a space there. Fold the sleeve back and then down. As usual, the neck is the weakest point, so you want to fold that one in first. Generally with jumpers, you're probably not going to get a third fold out of it again because they're just much bulkier. So I just fold it in half. And that is a jumper.
Looking for appliances you can trust to help you create more than just meals? With KitchenAid, you get more than just great tools. You get a brand that's been supporting home cooks and food lovers for over a century. So whether you're mixing dough, blending smoothies, or experimenting with new recipes, KitchenAid products are built for versatility and for lasting performance. Everything from the iconic stand mixer to blenders and food processors is designed to help you express your creativity and get consistent results every single time. And with new colours like Flutter for 2025, you can add a personal touch to your space while enjoying innovation you can count on. Click the link in the description. KitchenAid. Classic style, endless possibilities.
Okay, the dreaded hoodie with its awkward hood. There's a slight kind of variation on this. I'm going to explain it just at the end, but I'll fold it first very quickly and then show you how these slightly different from just t-shirts and jumpers. So again, face up. Again, you're folding in, fold the sleeve. Again, usually sleeves on these are a little bit longer than the garment itself, so you want to fold it back and then fold it down. This one in again, leave an edge, fold it back, sleeve down. Now, here is where you want to fold in your hood. So you want to flatten it out as much as you can, fold it in, just fold the sides in to make your nice rectangle. And then, depending on how bulky it is, you just fold one time, basically. So the difference with these ones is generally she recommends that you lay these flat unless they're very thin. Usually hoodies are quite bulky, so you're probably not going to get many in. I mean, if you want to fold it in thirds, have it like that, that's totally fine. The way I do it is I just fold them in half and then I leave them flat in my dress or drawer. I don't bother trying to stand them up. That's just what works for me. But again, whatever works for you. Dresses. Okay, so Marie Kondo's advice for dresses is just to hang them. Usually they're quite kind of floaty and light, and she says that they bring more joy when they are hung. But if you don't have any hanging space, she does show how to fold them, but it's very similar. Again, you're following the same process. So you're folding in. If your skirt has a bit of a flare on it, so if it goes out and you find that this part is extending down, you would just fold it back a little bit. This one isn't too bad because it's a pencil dress. Fold it in. And then you fold it basically as many times as you need to. So fold it in half usually, and then in thirds. Again, she says just to hang them, so I do that. I just hang all my dresses. But if you do need to fold it, if you don't have hanging space, that's how to do it. Skirts, exact same principle. Fold in a third, fold in a third, and then you just fold up as many times as is needed to fit your drawer height. Very, very simple. Again, if it's got a little bit of a flare on it, you may just need to fold it in an extra little bit. But that is the skirt. Trousers. Okay, trousers are probably the first thing that kind of go against the whole folding in thirds first. So with these, you just fold in half, one leg on top of the other. If the seat of the trousers sticks out a lot, because again, you want this to be a rectangular shape. If this sticks out a lot, just fold it in a little bit. So then legs up. Again, you leave a bit of a space, an inch or two between that and the actual band itself. And then you fold as many times as you need to. Let's say just fold into thirds. Again, for me, I hang all my trousers. Just so much easier. So much easier. Because I do have some trousers that are quite kind of light and flimsy, very airy, so they don't really fold properly. So I found that I had some hanging and some folded, and I just gave up on that and I hang all of them now. But again, if you need to fold them, this is the way to do it. Underwear. Okay, underwear has been requested a lot. So I'll show you how to do it. These ones go face down. The crotch you fold up to the hem. Again, you just leave a little bit of a space. You fold in the side into thirds, and then you fold up again. Generally, underwear is quite flimsy, so the chances of it standing up on its own are reasonably slim. If they do stand up, great. If they don't worry about it. So that is the way that I fold most of mine. I did see another kind of little hack. I saw somebody doing it a different way. So the way they did it was to fold in thirds first, fold this up kind of just over their hand, and then tuck the crotch into the front band there. That's just a different variation on it that you could do if you wanted. Yeah, again, they're flimsy. They're probably not going to stand up. So 2 different ways to fold regular ones. These ones then are very high-waisted. So if you've got kind of more of a vintage style, again, it's a very, very similar process. So crotch up just under the waistband, fold in, and then just fold up again. And that's your nice little package. Okay, thongs and anything a little bit more difficult. I won't lie, these are just a horror to fold. Don't bother trying to get these to stand up. Just, no, forget it. You'll drive yourself demented. But the general way you fold them is strings in. So again, you're folding in thirds. Crotch up a third, up a third. And you get a nice little package. Again, one of the hacks that I've seen, same as the one I've just shown you, where you would fold in, then you fold this up and tuck it into the band. Okay, then for kind of boxers, briefs, anything like that, shorts, it's the same idea as for t-shirts and things, in that you fold into thirds, obviously using these with my husband's permission. Fold into thirds, fold a little bit back if you need to get your rectangle, fold into thirds and up again. That is the way that I do them. Bra storage. This is very, very simple. These boxes are from IKEA. They're the Scub boxes. I highly recommend them. They're great for compartmentalizing things. So for bras, all you do basically is fold the straps in, and then you stack them like so. Very basic. Socks, or more precisely ankle socks. These are done very easily in the KonMari method. Lay one on top of the other, fold in half. Job's a good one. You're done. So then for slightly more regular socks, yes, these are Santa socks. Don't laugh, I don't care. They bring me joy. I wear them all year round. So the KonMari way is to lay one sock on top of the other, fold up the toe, and then fold again. So you're folding into thirds. That's the way KonMari does it. I do them a different way. I lay them flat so that the heel is on top, and I just fold the heel in a little bit. Same with this one. Fold them completely flat. Tuck the heel in. Then put the two heels together, so one sock on top of the other. Fold the top down about a third, and then tuck the sock, the toe of the sock into the waistband of the top. And that is how I do them, and they form a neat little package. Tights then, the KonMari way, start off like trousers. You fold one on top of the other, then you fold them into thirds. So toe up. Again, just leave a little bit of space. After that, you just roll them. And then you stand them up in your drawer. Again, these are not going to stay, you know, rolled or anything like that. You could stand them like this also. Generally, she says to keep them up so you can see the spiral, but they will stand a little bit better like this. But that is the way that you do tights. Okay, swimwear, a really awkward category generally because again, they're kind of flimsy with lots of like strings and bits and things attached to them. But somebody asked, so I'm going to show you how I do mine. So for the bottoms, it's similar to underwear in that the crotch goes up, fold in the side, fold in the side. I leave it like that. For the top, I just try as best I can, fold in all the straps and tags and things. It's not easy, folks. It's not easy. And then bottoms in there and fold them over. Like chances of that package standing up on its own, pretty much nil. So what I do is, again, I have one of these scope boxes from IKEA. So there is another pair, and I just slot them in here. That way they stay relatively organized and together. For a full bathing suit, I do them face down. Marie Kondo, as far as I know, doesn't have any guidance on swimwear. I haven't seen any anywhere. If you come across one, definitely let me know. But I haven't seen anywhere where she gives instructions on swimwear. So definitely be interested if you can find a video or a blog post or something that links to how she does it. But how I do it is just fold the straps down, fold the crotch up, fold up again, fold into the cups, and then in half. And then, like I said, have my little scope box. I just file them in there. Keeps them all together, keeps them organized. No way they're going to stand on their own. No way I'm going to hang them. So these little boxes are lifesavers. Last but not least, sports bras. So somebody asked me how I fold these. Again, I haven't seen any advice from Marie Kondo specifically on sports bras. So I'll just show you how I do it. So similar to kind of bras, I guess, and bikini tops, I just fold in the straps and then fold in half. So the way that I keep these together, I'll just show you now. I keep all my workout gear together in one little handy package. So I'll have my trousers that I fold the KonMari way. So I leave a bit of a gap there. This is just like the little tank top that I would fold up. Again, far too flimsy for it to stand up on its own. So I put that there, sports bra here, fold the trousers around all of them, and then I have my little workout package. That's how I do that. And now you've all seen my bras and knickers. Way more than I ever thought I would be sharing on YouTube. So come on, I've earned that thumbs up, yeah?